3,000 feet above the clouds, there is no room for panic. In this frozen, vertical wasteland of jagged slate and sheer drop-offs, a single inch of missed footing doesn't just mean a fall, it means instant oblivion. Most predators down in the valley look at these towering peaks and see a fortress of absolute death. But for the creatures born among the crags, this knife-edge horizon isn't a hazard, it is home. And today, high above the clouds, a quiet war of nerve, precision, and survival is about to reach its breaking point. To understand the mountain goat is to understand an animal that has utterly conquered gravity itself. Weighing over 200 pounds, these white-coated gladiators possess a biological design that borders on the miraculous. Their hooves are equipped with hard outer rims that dig into microscopic rock fissures, paired with soft, rubbery inner pads that grip stone like high-traction rubber. Powered by massive shoulder muscles and a specialized cardio system that delivers oxygen in the thinnest air on Earth, a mountain goat doesn't just climb. It dances across vertical cliff faces that would terrify the most experienced human mountaineer. To a goat, a sheer 900-foot cliff isn't a barrier. It's a sanctuary. But up here, sanctuary is a temporary luxury. As the harsh mountain winter lingers and food in the lower valleys dries up, hunger pushes predators to attempt the impossible. Enter the coyote. Intelligent, relentless, and driven by desperation, this apex stalker is a creature of endurance and tactical teamwork. Normally a hunter of open plains and dense thickets, a hungry coyote will push its limits, trailing prey up into the blinding heights. It knows it cannot match the goat's vertical agility on a sheer rock wall. It doesn't try to. Instead, the coyote relies on something far more insidious: patience, positioning, and psychological pressure. The hunt begins not with an explosive sprint, but with a silent, calculated stalk. Shadows stretch long across the mountain pass as a lonely mountain goat grazes on sparse alpine lichen. From behind a ridge of shattered granite, a coyote appears. It doesn't charge. It moves slow, cutting off the goat's path back toward the safety of the main herd. The goat's horizontal, rectangular pupils instantly lock onto the threat. Its heart rate spikes, but it doesn't run in blind panic. On these cliffs, running without a plan is suicide. The coyote steps forward, flashing its teeth, closing the gap meter by meter. It wants to flush the goat toward a dead end, a place where speed won't matter. Step by step, the predator forces the target higher, pushing it out onto a terrifying geological anomaly. A narrow, ancient log spanning a dizzying 3,000-foot chasm between two colossal mountain peaks. Below this natural balance beam lies nothing but empty air, jagged rocks, and cloud cover. For the coyote, this looks like the ultimate trap. On a narrow beam barely wide enough for two paws, the goat has nowhere to turn around. It can't leap sideways. It can't run left or right. It is locked on a single line of wood above an endless abyss. The coyote closes in, its eyes fixed on the target, confident that victory is only a few paces away. As the goat steps out onto the weathered wood, loose gravel cascades down into the dark abyss below. The coyote trots behind, keeping a steady, predatory distance. The gap shrinks. 5 feet, 4 feet, 3 feet. The coyote readies itself for the final lunge, but it made one fatal error. It forgot who built this kingdom. Just as the predator prepares to leap, the mountain goat stops dead in its tracks. It doesn't look back in fear. Instead, it lowers its center of gravity, planting its specialized rubberized hooves firmly into the rotting bark. With terrifying precision, the goat drops its massive head, pointing its backward curving, dagger-like black horns directly at the pursuing predator. On a narrow log high above the clouds, momentum is a death sentence. The coyote attempts to break, its claws scraping uselessly against the slick wood. Dust flies into the air. The predator's eyes widen as it realizes the horrific truth. It hasn't trapped the goat, it has trapped itself. With a sudden, explosive burst of power from its massive shoulders, the goat doesn't retreat. It thrusts forward, Using its horns like rapiers, the sheer intimidation and razor-sharp threat force the coyote into a desperate panic. Unable to attack, unable to turn around without falling into the void, the predator is forced into a humiliating, clumsy reverse scramble. Every muscle in the coyote's body twitches with raw panic as it scrambles backward along the log, barely keeping its balance over the vast abyss. Reaching the safety of the stone ledge, the humbled predator retreats into the rocks, its hunt completely broken. The mountain goat calmly turns around on the narrow wood, executing an impossible pivot with effortless grace. It steps smoothly onto the far peak, standing tall against the setting sun. In the brutal theater of the wild, power isn't measured by teeth or claws. It is measured by mastery over your environment. The coyote rules the ground below, but up here, in the realm of sky and stone, the mountain belongs to the master of heights.